Whenever we turn on our phone, the first thing that we will look at is the notification from different applications. And when there is a leisure time, we will have a habit to travel around different social media. On social media, it is easy for us to search for the content created by the one we call influencers on the internet. On their Instagram page, we can see that they are having a lot of followers. They are having a regular sharing and always raise a discussion on the comment area. However, have you ever think about how those influencers working behind the internet? To know more about this identity, I have invited 3 influencers from Instagram.
My name is Calvin, and I'm currently serving as the business development lead of a new F&B venture called Asia Collectives in Hong Kong. I would say I'm more like a full-time white collar, but at the same time, I'm also a full-time blogger. Given with my current job, I actually do utilize what I do with my Instagram. And just a little background of my Instagram. So I've been running this Instagram handle called CLAIEATS, CLAI_EATS. So it's just like a little passion project that I've been running for the past 5 years to share like the food and drinks explorations that I've been doing on a personal level, just to pretty much highlight the places that I find interesting or places that I find that worth mentioning.
我自己即係喺 IG 度咧，我哋就有2個 account 嘅，因為我作為天文會嘅主席啦，咁其實公司嚟講咧就有個官方 account 嘅，我自己亦都有一個，咁個分工就會有少少唔同嘅咁公司嗰個咧，因為主要我哋就係做天文推廣教育，咁所以咧就我哋 share 啲相，即係除咗天文嘅相之外咧，咁亦都會有啲同我哋有關嘅一啲天文活動啦，或者一啲天文嘅資訊啦。咁我自己嗰個咧，我嗰個 Huey Pang photography 咧，個定位有少少唔同咁雖然天文都有啦，咁同官方個 account 都會好多相係會重疊，咁但係都會有部分係同天文無關嘅相，咁呢個同我自己攝影嘅興趣都會關係比較大啲。咁除咗天文相之外，咁可能會有啲係風景啊，或者氣象啊咁依類嘅相，我都會擺上去嘅。
The first one will be Azurite, joining Instagram 2 years before, sharing her drawing with a specific topic. Hong Kong become personification. On her account, you are welcome to search for the community that you are living in and see if the image matches your understanding. The reason why I'm choosing Instagram as the main platform to study on because it is the one of the social media that I will use often. But why the influencers are choosing Instagram and why would they start sharing on the internet?
I guess the motivation is really coming from the kind of passion that I have gradually recognized when growing up. When I actually went to school in the States for like about 6 to 7 years, and throughout my time in the States, I was exposed to a lot of food culture, anything from American food culture to any kind of Asian, or even just prior to that, I would say I came from a very foodie family, so everyone in my family actually loves food. So food actually, it's kind of what tie my family together, and also what brings us together. And purely other than what the reason why I mentioned about, I would say at that stage of my life, I actually was going through quite a lot of ups and downs, and gradually CLAIEATS has become a motivator for me to stay positive or as a distractor. Eventually I found that okay, well, people actually started to get interest.
點解我哋會整個 IG 咧？咁其實你都可以話某程度上係跟上潮流啦。即係最初無論我自己或者天文會 account 都好啦，咁最初都係用 Facebook 嘅。咁其實我諗都應該係大概3年前到啦，如果我冇記錯。咁就開始都加埋個 IG 落去。咁個原因都 其實都好簡單啦。其實 IG 接觸嗰個群體咧，就後生仔係會比較多啲。Facebook 相對上已經即係好聽啲講句就係俾老嘢玩嘅。咁所以基於呢個原因，咁我哋覺得都值得開個 IG 可以接觸多啲嘅年輕人咯，可以咁講。
Azurite used to be a normal working girl in a company. One day, she found the working life is kind of boring to her and started to be curious about what if the communities in Hong Kong become human. Because of the curiosity and the love of Hong Kong, she started to share her idea on social media about the personification of Hong Kong communities. She wants to record the changes in Hong Kong by her drawing, and she got support from his boss. She quit the job and put all the time to let the communities become personified. All of them are joining into Instagram about 2 to 5 years ago because of the popularity of Instagram. Kelvin starts his account because of the trend of joining Instagram 5 years ago. Mr. Pang starts his true account because of the duty to increase the promotion rate of the knowledge about astronomy among different age groups. Azurite started her account because of the user-friendly environment from Instagram. 3 of them are having their own reasons on why would they start sharing content on the internet and choosing Instagram as the main sharing platform. To decorate every post and make sure all the contents are being well presented, they took a lot of time on it. It is far not that easy as our imagination. Not only taking a picture and share on the account simply, but to make sure the audience will be interested in and take something from the sharing. Lots of research and preparations have been done after the internet.
So I guess instantly is I have to make sure that I go to eat, right? So that's kind of like the first thing that I would need to think about. With what I'm gonna eat, I would actually instantly think about, okay, so are they actually interesting content that worth sharing with others? I would actually do some preparation, basically preparation as in, for example, if I know that I'm gonna go to one restaurant, I would actually do some due diligence or research just to see what's been posted or what people have been talking about. Now that also kind of helped me to better understand whether a restaurant should be, whether that place is worth going. That actually helps my decision making about whether I should go to that place. So I would actually not even think about food, think about my post. It's more about like, why would I even go to that place? Why would I go to that place? And then what actually are worthwhile for me to capture or to share with others? It requires a lot of hard work. It requires a lot of dedication, a lot of time. It actually can be very time consuming because your hard work can almost be aligned how much time you actually spend on Instagram. If you think about it, that's kind of like how you actually get noticed or how you get your work being noticed.
我哋通常都會睇翻即係嗰排有啲咩特別嘅天象，咁例如話好似早嗰輪5月尾有個月全食，咁我哋咪啱啱有咗個天象，咁如果我哋影咗相，咁我哋就會即刻擺上去咯。咁或者有陣時，如果公司嗰邊 account 就會有啱啱嗰期有啲咩特別嘅天象消息啊，或者係一啲同太空科技有關嘅新聞，咁我哋都會照擺上去即係我哋基本上都係你可以話係 event driven 咯。我自己嘅 account 咁可能會擺多啲氣象嘅相，咁例如啱啱嗰日啲氣象嘅條件夾嘅，咁可能會出現好多啲光學現象，例如嗰啲咩雙彩虹啊、入雲啊嗰啲咁嘅嘢，咁一有咁我哋就會擺上去。
For Azurite to make sure the personification of Hong Kong's communities is matched to the reality and the audience feeling, it takes a long time to prepare for every drawing. Collect idea by actually traveling around different communities by herself and talk to the people who live in their communities to make sure the image of the communities is fully matched to the citizens' feelings towards the communities. And the biggest difficulty that Azurite facing will be the idea collection really takes a lot of time. It may take her over a week to have the idea and the image to let one community become a person. But at the same time, she is getting more friends because the preparation really needs to talk to different people. However, no matter how hard the process is, they can still keep uploading regularly. Why? Because they are getting motivation from the audience at the same time while sharing content.
It's quite interesting to really see how people would engage to my contents by commenting where I go, or like sharing some echo, or like even just as simple as giving me a hi on the street somehow, that people would be like, oh, are you like the Calvin that handling this? And then I would be like, oh, like, how do you know that's me? So there are quite a lot of interesting encounters, but at the same time, I think one of the many experiences that I've had is there was a couple particular posts that I didn't expect that I would have that much shared or saved. Like personally, I'm a very curious person. I love to learn new things, learn new culture, and really get a download of what's been going on around me. So I guess that also gives me a bit of motives to really think about what do I want to share with the audience.
動力咧唔係太大嘅，咁但係即係都明白一樣嘢就係 IG 又好 Facebook 又好啦，其實即係大家都知有個機制喺度，就係你越唔 update 咧，你啲嘢就會沉晒落底嘅。咁所以你可以話某程度上都係即係被逼跟住嗰個 algorithm 啦，即係佢嗰個運算嘅機制去揾啲嘢擺上去，咁增加或者維持嗰個曝光率咯。
To Azurite, the biggest motivation to her to keep updating will be the echo among the citizens from different communities and the passion to want to know more about Hong Kong. Once she got the discussion and agreement from the audience, she will feel satisfied with it and hope to complete more of it. And at the same time, she feels enjoy to have a record on the changing in Hong Kong by using this method. She has mentioned that her passion of making Hong Kong communities personifications is because of the love of Hong Kong and the diversity of Hong Kong. The more she prepared for the drawing, the more she knows about Hong Kong. She said that she is fully attracted by Hong Kong. And last but not least, if you wish to be an influencer on the Instagram or on the internet, here are some suggestions from them. Hope we can all keep the original intention all the time.